So you'll start by getting yourself a little bit of clay and rolling it around in your hands until it's soft and pliable. Then you're just going to start smooshing down the edges until it's flat, kind of like a UFO with a lump in the middle. Then take a pencil and make a few nostrils on the edge of the lump. Then roll up some more clay into a few small cylinders, take some plastic eyes, and stick those right in the center. Then you're just going to stick your little eye cylinders on your UFO shape, making sure not to cover up the nose holes. Then just smoosh the back of the eyes onto the UFO shape. Pull out the plastic eyes so they don't melt when you cook the clay. And then take a pencil and drill 4 holes near the outside of the circle. Then take some more clay and form it into some thin teeth. You're going to want to make 8 of those. Then get yourself another piece of clay. You're going to smoosh it so that it's flatter on one side than on the other. And then you're just going to very carefully place all 8 of your little teeth across the thinner side of it. It's okay if they're not straight, they'll look like real monster teeth then. Then just get yourself another piece of clay and make it very, very thin and sandwich the teeth between the 2 pieces. Then use a pencil to push the clay around the teeth. Then you're just going to kind of bend it in the mouth shape. And take your pencil and poke 2 holes in the back side of it. You want to make 2 monster jaws. Once you've cooked all your clay pieces, take your eye piece again. You're just going to smear some glue onto your plastic eyes and screw them into the holes that you made earlier. You'll do that with all 4 of them. Then you'll just give the whole thing a coating of black paint, taking care not to cover the eyes. You may have to give it more than 1 coat of paint, depending on what kind of paint you're using. And then you'll give the gums of your monster mouths a coating of pink paint. Make sure you leave the teeth white. And then once all your pieces are painted and dry, string some yarn through the holes. And then you're just going to tape those pieces of yarn to your notebook. Cut off the excess, and then tape it again after you've bent it over. So here's what you should end up with. You want to make sure that everything is taped, the strings and the pieces themselves, because glue will not hold on the clay very well. You want to make sure that you tape both the jaws on the top and the bottom as well. So then get yourself some fake fur, lay it over your notebook, and then you're just going to cut a 1/2 inch on either side of the top of the mouth. And then just cut that piece right out. And then you're just going to fold the pieces under the notebook cover. So then feel around for the eyes, make an initial cut, and then cut out a hole for the eyes to poke up through. Make sure it's big enough for the nose to poke up through too. So then pull your fake fur around the bottom of your book, and then cut off a piece leaving about 1 inch. Do like you did before on the top. You're just going to cut in a 1/2 inch, and then cut that chunk out so that it goes over the jaw, and then just tuck the edges into the notebook cover. So then feel for the edges of the notebook cover. Mark out a little bit in from the edge. Then you're just going to cut yourself a rectangle about a 1/2 inch in from the edge of the book. Then you do the same thing up at the top, except on the top it's going to have an extra little 1/2 inch notch in the middle. That's where the word "the" will be. So then take your fur off of your notebook, lay it out, and then put 2 pieces of brown fabric under your holes that you just cut. Then you're just going to take a white chalk pencil and outline those so that you know where they fit under the book. And then you're just going to take some gold paint. You're going to paint the monster book of on the top and the monsters on the bottom piece. Then just take some glue and outline your holes, some fabric glue, and then lay your one piece on the ground and push your fabric over it, making sure that the words poke up through the hole that you had cut in the fake fur. And do the same thing on the bottom. So you should now have this. So then go back to your notebook, put some hot glue on the edge, and you have to do this in small sections or your glue will dry too fast. And then just lay your fake fur right over that. Then open up your book. You're just going to hot glue the fur to the inside of the notebook cover. Do that on both sides. And then you'll just hot glue the fur to the entire rest of the book, a little bit at a time. Front and back covers. Then on the back cover you'll glue the fur to the inside just like you did on the top. And then you'll just trim the edges of the fur so that they fit the book cover. And it's really fun to play with once you're done with it.